Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about how I set up our 2022 Hobonichi Weeks. If you missed it, I did kind of like a flip through of our 2021 Hobonichi Weeks. I use this as a family planner. I'll link that up above, but rather than, mainly my time didn't allow it throughout the last couple weeks, rather than sit down and film it all and kind of show you guys how I did it, the time I had is kind of allowing me to just show you after the fact. So that's what I'm going to do now. So, for those of you unfamiliar with the Hobonichi Weeks, just notes from therapy in there. The Hobonichi Weeks is actually kind of cool. It has a year at a glance page where you get this year, next year, and then I just put post-its over 2021, but I'll get to that in a minute. It has, some people use this as a future log, another year at a glance basically. You can use this for tracking. It's got monthly calendar spreads and then weekly spreads. And then tons of notes pages in the back because this is a mega. So I carry this with me everywhere. This comes to appointments with me for the kids. This comes to appointments with us everywhere, basically. This is like, if the kids need something, the school needs something, this is where it goes. So I just have stickers at the front here of Stitch. Stitch is my favorite character. My favorite Disney movie is Lilo and Stitch. So much so that my dog's name is Lilo, because I just adore Lilo and Stitch. Spoilers, I'm using a Moxie Life Planner, the goal-setting companion for next year. I don't quite know how this is going to go yet. It is still early December. And just some more stickers of Stitch, Gutayama. I saw this on Instagram. I forget where. If I can find it, I will link it down below. But I really, really liked this, and I do show this to my kids sometimes. All three of my kids do have anxiety. One of them also has depression, and he is twice exceptional. He is gifted and autistic. So this is just one of those things that it's like, he kind of internalizes everything. All my kids internalize everything. They're just like me. They take on everybody else's burdens. And so we kind of have to remember, do you have a problem? Do we have the problem? Yes or no? Yes, is there anything we can do about it? Yes or no? Either way, it ends up at don't worry. You know, that's something we all need to work on. This I did show you real quick. This is a year at a glance. I use this to track, and I haven't filled it out yet because I'm a little behind on some of them. I use it to track our dogs. Sorry, the cat is getting into the presents. I use it to track our dogs' heartworm medicine, flea and tick medicine, and then our cat's medications. We do have a new cat now. Its name is Muffin. I say it because I'm not entirely sure of its gender yet. I think it is a male, a neutered male. I don't know for sure. It showed up because we live very rurally. Cats tend to do that. I don't really need the 2023 calendar down here for what I use this planner for, so I just cover it with stickers and then post-it notes here for reminders. And then on this page, this year at a glance page, I use this for school holiday, like school days that they're off, or if my kids are out, if they're late, if it was a therapy appointment, if it was considered a half day, like the ortho appointments are usually considered half days, just because the orthodontist we go to is an hour-and-a-half drive one way. Or if they had to remote learn for a little bit. So living in Pennsylvania where we do, the school district has their entire calendar all the way through the end of the school year in June. I obviously haven't filled all that in because we do get snow and snow days, so I'm trying to stick with a month at a time on this. Monthly spreads. I do use task flags, task pages. task flags to kind of mark things that are coming in here. I will do a plan with me on this spread, so you can kind of see how I set up my monthly spread in this. But I just use this for appointments, color-coded appointments. This was November's. So color-coded appointments, who and where and what time, and activities and everything like that. So that's kind of how I set this up. Weekly pages, I haven't done anything with this yet. I haven't done a plan with me on this yet. But the weekly pages, again, are very much, you know, the task or the appointments and activities on one side, not necessarily tasks. And then these are the day-specific tasks on this side. And then over on this side are week-specific tasks, any meal plans, any reminders, that kind of stuff. That's how I use these. I will do a plan with me on some of these. More of a setup, not necessarily a plan as I go type thing. Hello, Muffin. So in the back of this Hobonichi, I keep therapy appointment notes, psych appointment notes, pediatrician appointment notes, IEP and 504 meeting notes. Everything is in here. There's family meeting notes in here as well. There's things that we need to keep on top of to make sure there's kind of consistency across the board, that everybody is on the same page, because I am the middleman between it all. Middle woman between it all. So rather than I will still carry this, but rather than having to look in here all the time for specific things, some of them I am moving over into this 2022 Hobonichi Weeks. And this first category that I've gotten in here so far is just from family meeting notes. So this is going to be like movie night rotations. So there's no arguments. We put everybody's name into a jar, pulled it out in an order, and that's how it goes. And that rotation sticks for movie nights, game nights, you name it. That's the rotation. So it's just nice to kind of have on hand, not have to go searching through this. Guarantee I'm gonna have to go searching through this at some point. But for those types of things, things I need all the time or more frequently, I would rather have them in this. After that, because the Hobonichi Weeks Mega comes with over 200 pages of notebook pages. In the back here, these extra pages, I don't read Japanese. I'm sure these would be very, very useful if I read Japanese, but I don't. This spot here, it's a My 100. You can use this for 100 favorite moments, 100 favorite foods, 100 things you liked, 100 things you didn't like. For this particular planner, I use this as a contact list. I do have phone numbers stored in my phone. I'm not the best at storing phone numbers in my phone, to be entirely honest. I'm one of those people that like to go look the phone number up. And so I usually just have them here. Okay, the dog is snoring. I couldn't figure out what that noise was. I didn't know what the cat was doing. No, it's a dog snoring. So this is where I keep the phone numbers. I know the pediatrician's phone number by heart. I've been calling that phone number for the last 16 years of my life, but I do usually put it here. I put the groomer here because I don't know that extension of the vet's office. I'm not entirely cognizant of the vet's number either, but things like that that I would need to reference, I put here. The psych office, I put here their fax number, that kind of thing. So privacy reasons, this is probably the only time you're going to see this spread. These other pages I don't really use. I usually put Post-its in here if there are things that I need to reference more often. Back here at the back, I bought business card holders, sticky business card holders off Amazon. I just stick one here, and I put, it's a piece of laminate that I cut down, and I stick, I don't have it right now because it's in the other one, that I stick our task flags on, and it can just kind of sit in here nicely, or up here in this pocket. It doesn't really matter to me where it sits, but that's kind of why I have that. Good morning, Lilo. How are you? Yes, Muffin is crazy. And then at the back, I have page flags to color code. I do color code by person, what is really being worked on at that point in time, either by person or even by family. The type of page flag doesn't really have any meaning. It's just more of what I had at the time. More post-it notes, and then these are Stayology dots that I use to color code in the back notes. I use to color code the back notes. So that's how I set it up. It's pretty simple, pretty functional, because that's honestly just how I need it. I'm not good at remembering exactly what all the details were on this. I know this was like a summer blue Hobonichi Weeks. I will link everything down below to what I use. I do know this is a Dashenka, I think I'm saying it wrong, cover. I really love that it's a story of the dog, the puppy. Google Translate tells me that it's something, dog's running away from a vacuum or a broom, which is just, it's adorable. And I love puppies, but that cat, on the other hand, I'm not so sure about right now. So that is it for this video. That's how I set this up, pretty functional for now. I can do plan with me's for this throughout the year, but for warning, I'm probably not going to do any journal or any entries of the back for you guys, because again, that is very specific to our family, very personal to what is going on within our family, and it's nothing against any of you guys. It's just, you know, some things do have to remain private, some things shouldn't really be out on the internet, and a lot of it deals with my kids, and if they're comfortable with me talking about it, then I will, and if they're not, then I won't. So in the meantime, I hope that helped. I hope it gives you some ideas for setting up your planner, whether you're using a Hobonichi Weeks or not. And whether you are new or old to this channel, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, bye.